Hello, everybody, and welcome. Today, we're going to have a quick review on the story Me and Uncle Romie. We'll start with the vocabulary, and the first vocabulary word here is glorious. Glorious means wonderful. Wonderful. Studio. Arts workroom. Arts workroom. Model. Small copy or version. Model. Small copy or version. Concerned. Concerned. Concerned means worried. Worried. Smeared. Smeared. Smeared means messy or blurred. Messy or blurred. Ruined. Ruined. Ruined means destroyed. Destroyed. Yanked. Yanked. Pulled hard. Pulled hard. Streak. Streak means to move quickly. To move quickly. Schedule. Schedule. A set time for things to happen. A set time for things to happen. Feast. Feast. Large meal. Large meal. Here we have an exercise. Let's do it together. What a or an she sits surveying all the dishes on the table. What a feast. What a feast. The children had spaced peanut butter all over the sofa. The children had smeared peanut butter all over the sofa. We had a or an time in the south of France last summer. We had a glorious time in the south of France last summer. He was the very space of a gentleman. He behaved perfectly. He was the very model of a gentleman. He behaved perfectly. The training space wasn't very well thought out. The training schedule wasn't very well thought out. Did you see that bird past the window? Did you see that bird streak past the window? Parents have complained about dangerous playground. Concerned parents have complained about dangerous playground. An ancient space castle was discovered in the Western Desert. An ancient ruined castle was discovered in the Western Desert. She space opened the cupboard and everything fell out. She yanked open the cupboard and everything fell out. The messy space from last week had been transformed into a professional art gallery. The messy studio from last week had been transformed into a professional art gallery. What is the story problem? James is worried because he doesn't know his aunt and uncle or place where he will spend the summer. What is the text evidence that James is unfamiliar with big city life? He is guided through the subway by Aunt Nanette. He says that the city is not like North Carolina at all, and that Aunt Nanette's home was like nothing he'd seen before. Who's telling this story? And how do you know? James is telling the story. The story is written as if James were talking to the reader using the words I and me. What effect does the first person point of view have on the stories? Readers get to know the narrators very well because events are told through their eyes. How can you tell that James is starting to feel more comfortable with Uncle Romie? James says the studio is glorious, miss. When James looks at his uncle's paintings, he recognizes parts of Harlem life that he just saw. James and Uncle Romie both like Harlem. What interests do James and his uncle share? They both like baseball games, pepper jelly, peanuts, and watching trains. What is different about James' ride home on the train as compared with his ride to New York City? James was nervous during the first trip, but now he is more relaxed. How is James's collage similar to Uncle Romie's collages? They remind people of their experiences and of things they care about. How does James change in the story? He ends up with good memories of New York City and he becomes close to his aunt and uncle. What does the author want you to learn by reading this story? What is the theme? People are more alike than different. You have to get to know people before you judge them. People should be open to new experiences.